Here's something that might surprise you. Japanese researchers just exposed rats to cell phone radiation at levels 200 times higher than your phone produces and found zero cancer risk. This directly contradicts major United States studies that suggested radiofrequency radiation causes brain and heart tumors. So what's going on here? Let me walk you through this groundbreaking study led by Dr. Amida and his team in Japan. They exposed laboratory rats to 900 megahertz radiation, the same frequency used by many cell phones, for nearly 2 years. The exposure level was intense, 4 watts per kilogram. To put that in perspective, your phone typically produces about 0.02 watts per kilogram near your head during calls. This study used radiation levels roughly 200 times higher than normal phone use. The researchers were specifically testing whether this radiation causes cancer or DNA damage. They examined every major organ. They looked for tumors in the brain and heart, the same types found in controversial United States studies. The results? No increase in cancer rates, no DNA damage, no tumors. But here's where it gets really interesting. The exposed rats actually lived longer than the control group. They had lower body weight and ate less food. The radiation seemed to affect their metabolism without causing obvious health problems. This creates a major contradiction in the research. As I explore in my book, Empowered, the United States National Toxicology Program spent $30 million and found that similar radiation exposure caused malignant brain tumors and heart tumors in male rats. That study made international headlines in 2018. So why the different results? The studies used different rat strains, different radiation modulation schemes, and different experimental protocols. Small changes in methodology can produce dramatically different outcomes in EMF research. This highlights a fundamental challenge in this field. Individual studies can point in opposite directions. That's why regulatory agencies look at the totality of evidence rather than single studies. The Japanese findings will likely fuel industry arguments that cell phone radiation is safe. But the reality is more nuanced. We have some studies showing effects and others showing no effects. The inconsistency itself tells us something important. So what can you do with this conflicting information? First, recognize that this study used extreme exposure levels far beyond normal phone use. Even if these results applied to humans, they wouldn't necessarily reflect your daily phone habits. Second, consider the precautionary principle. When the science is mixed, simple steps like using speakerphone or keeping your phone away from your body during calls can reduce your exposure without disrupting your life. Third, stay informed as more research emerges. Science progresses through the accumulation of evidence over time, not through single definitive studies. The Japanese study adds an important data point to our understanding, but it doesn't settle the debate about cell phone radiation and health. Find the full study and hundreds more at shieldyourbody.com/research. Find the full study and hundreds more at shieldyourbody.com/research.